let's go ahead and get into this. But the heart of your reading, guys, is the Ten of Pentacles. So you got the challenge is stability, support, security. It's the legacy card, the Ten of Pentacles, the ending of a cycle. It's a really wonderful card to have. But it's crossed by the Four of Wands. Still, I don't think this is a bad reading. For some of you guys, though, it could be that you are, the challenge is to kind of get to a better place, a higher place of commitment, of definitely building a legacy, creating new generations, or, adding on to the family tree. But then it's crossed by the Four of Wands. Like, you're at a wonderful place, at a wonderful area to start, right? The Four of Wands is where you can expand, but there is no expansion. There's no moving forward. There's nothing here. There's nothing moving on, which I don't think is the case. I really feel that there is something, but it just may need some prompting. There may need some things that, there may be some things that need to be move forward. Now, the past, there was some definite defensiveness going on in the past. Some of y'all may be feeling a little bit, on guard, really ready to knock some people out that said something or looked you sideways. Seven of Wands is definitely putting your wands up and saying, you're not tolerating any more craziness and any more BS. That's your foundation. But I also feel like you were very protective of the connection, most importantly, protective of yourself, of course. But you're also protective of your relationship. I really feel like you guys really stood the ground of your relationship. And just considering that the Wheel of Fortune is underneath the Four of Cups in your underlying energy here, that talks about, to me, maybe you guys had a better platform. You guys had a better experience and had some information that could help you, develop in your relationship better. You know what I mean? Because the Seven of Wands has the higher ground. Even though he's defensive, he has the higher ground. He's got the advantage. So I feel like there was some advantage that you used in the past here that could really benefit your future. I really do. All these readings so far I have seen have been so positive, and it's really hard to see this otherwise. Now, there could be situations in situations in your household right now where it may not be as delightful as this. It could be that there's some sort of, and this is a love reading, so as much as I would love to go into life, I would do a life, maybe I'll transition into just regular general readings, but love kind of helps me just stick to one topic and not go out of hand and go on for like a good 30 minutes to an hour, because I know I could do that. I used to. I was so close several times with so many videos in the past that I was like, I can't do that. So, but I feel like there may be some sort of fine. There was something that was already fine, very stable, but now there's like some sort of family dynamic. Maybe you're ready to move, and maybe that's the thing, right? Maybe there's something that you're ready to move on. You're ready to go ahead and find something new, and maybe there's something that you're like, you've established, but you may not be considering this your home anymore, and that's probably why maybe you're defensive about it now. But now there's some sort of call to action that's brought about. You guys just need to stop being crazy. Because this is an offer here that's being, that's present to you, that's there, but it's just so dissatisfied but everything looks great. Even the Four of Wands crossing, which talks about being an obstacle, how is moving up in a higher place of moving up in a higher place of being, how is that an obstacle? I don't know why this is like jiggling so much. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see what I could do here so I could stop the jiggling. Woo! Alright, hopefully that's pretty good. Alright, so that looks better. Alright, so yeah, I don't see how this is still jiggling, guys. Okay, but I don't know how could this Four of Wands be, a challenge? Is it because it hasn't moved up in a higher place of commitment? Some of you guys, maybe it hasn't, and maybe that's why you're tired of waiting around and seeing if things will change. But of course, it's more of like there may be a shift of focus that's needed here. Maybe you guys have gotten to a higher place of commitment. It just hasn't necessarily been said, but maybe it has, or maybe it's just not at the peak of where you want it to be. All in all, the defensive energy was there in the past, and now you're at judgment energy here, where this is sort of defensive, well, not necessarily defensive energy, but there's some sort of call to action, review, looking back to see how much you've been through, either with this person, you and your relationships in general, and you're seeing how much you've changed. And now there's something that's come up where you have to make a decision about what you're going to do, where you're going to go, if you're going to stick with this relationship or move forward. It could be that this person may have even offered you something huge. So maybe this is because what is crossing the future, what's crossing the whole three that, cards that's sitting here, the present. Maybe this is a call to action in regard to the way the dynamic of the relationships are right now. The relationship is. Maybe there's a gigantic change because you maybe felt like you've been under attack, which is very interesting in itself, right? Because like if that's the case, then if you guys have been feeling attacked, then maybe this person. Well, then I don't know. It's like I don't think it's attacked. I don't think you guys are feeling attacked. Perhaps you guys felt like you had to kind of stand your ground, but now there's like a really big thing here. A really big chain reaction where you may have to make a decision about what you want to do with this relationship. Now, for some of you guys, this could be what it looked like with a marriage. Somebody could have asked you to take their hand in something life-changing, like the judgment card usually indicates. And it has to do with moving up in a higher place of commitment. But the Page of Pentacles here in the future talks about looking at the offer a lot closer than usual, literally taking your time and using both of your eyes and really looking at it. I mean, of course, how are you supposed to look at something without both of your eyes? All right, I know, but I really feel like this is like really detailed oriented looking, close looking. Now, there could be somebody around you that's very slow to commit, which is prompting you to feel like whether or not this is a relationship that can progress or not. But the Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Wands here, it's just, to me, it's like maybe you're taking a closer look at the relationship. Maybe you're taking it a little more slow, or maybe even dedicate yourself in time to putting in effort within the relationship to see where it goes. Because maybe, just maybe, this person needs some time. Especially with the Page of Pentacles going in. He's not saying he won't commit. He just needs the time to look it over to make sure this is something he does want to commit to. All right? Because this person may be having to take some time to look. Now, this could be you as well. Maybe you guys are taking a very long time to make a decision about something. Judgment is usually that kind of like, this is a really big decision. Are you sure about this? It's a big decision. Are you ready for it? More like, not are you sure about it, but are you ready? Because the Seven of Wands in the past, you were ready. And now the opportunity comes in the slow energy. So what? Now, it could be that in the past, you never was really ready. But then even so, right, this is like, these opportunities come up and you're not sure if you could commit. Or if you're not sure if this person around you could commit. Your goal, aim, ambition is the Two of Pentacles. You just want some peace and harmony, some balance going on. But I feel like at the same time, you want to make the most practical decision possible that it's beneficial and it helps you out. But there's not a lot of focusing on how you feel. You feel apathetic at the moment. The Four of Cups talks about apathy. And what the Two of Pentacles is doing is trying to make a practical decision and trying to make or decipher between two coins of which it has true value, but without really figuring out how he feels about those coins in the first place. Because the coins don't have any money on them. They don't have any money symbols. Like, you don't know if one of these is a nickel or this is a dime. All he has to do is pick which one he likes and which one he feels has the most value. But how could you do that if you don't know how you feel? And that's the thing. I feel like there is a big abscess. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. Absence. There we go. There's a huge absence of feelings in this reading. It's a lot of apathy. And that starts from taking things so practically that we don't see it. So there may be a situation where there's something amazing, something wonderful. Things are kind of flowing, and there could be a really good balance going on here in your life. But there hasn't been a lot of excitement. There hasn't been a lot going on. There haven't been any progression in a while, and that's prompted this feeling of non-growth, which could potentially lead to something bigger. Right? It still could. It doesn't mean it can't. It just is that there's some things that may need to kind of take action now. But maybe there is action taken. It's just moving very slowly. Whew, Pisces. Now your underlying energy, your outcome. Your outcome is the Sun. Your external energy is the Knight of Pentacles. We just kind of talked about this. It's a slow-moving energy, somebody coming in. And how I usually read the external energy is compared to the present. Judgment in the Knight of Pentacles. This person better hurry up. This person better make up their mind. Not because, you know, I'm impatient, but because Judgment is more of those, like, you know, the second you make the decision to go past the gate and to get your second chance to try out something new, you know, you gotta go for it. But perhaps this is not necessarily saying that this person isn't going for it and trying to be, or being indecisive, but maybe more so, or slow to making a decision per se. But I feel like most importantly, this Knight of Pentacles is like, once you start something, it's going to take time to build it. Because the Knight of Pentacles, when he commits, and he puts his full effort into it. 100% full-fledged effort. And I feel like that's what's going on. Maybe I feel like this is you know, committing to what is you know, what's ahead, which is why the Page of Pentacles is there. Perhaps it's kind of tedious. Not very fun, but you're dedicated to it anyway because it's temporary and it's not going to last forever. And I feel like that's the thing. The Four of Wands, it has the potential to expand. You're not meant to stay at the Four of Wands forever. And I don't think it's meant to. I don't think that if you guys are in a situation where you feel stuck right now, it hasn't been exciting for a while. It's been kind of boring. I don't think you're meant to stay here forever. And I don't think that this is, you know, I don't think the situation is saying that it will be here forever. It's more of like, it may just be a very slow patch, but it's going to come, it's coming to end potentially very soon, but it's going to take some time to work through some things. Now, the sun is coming out on your outcome, like I was trying to say earlier, and this is about talking about putting light on a situation and its exposure and you know, seeing where the path to happiness lies and walking down, and you know, choosing it, up to you walking down that path. Or you could just turn your back and find a different direction because you still have the sun shining shining in all areas of your life. And I feel like there may not be exactly a clear idea of what's going on right now. Just the fact that everything's boring and you don't really know what to do with what you got, and which is why there's this need for you to shift your focus. Or there may be a need for somebody in this relationship to shift their focus because, you know, some people are feeling really like, I'm not interested in this. Like, this is what's going on. Like, this is something that can potentially be something great, but somebody's putting on the, I don't really want to deal with this. I don't really want that. I don't know what I want because nothing's going on. I don't know if I want something that doesn't happen. I don't know if I want something that's boring and slow. But it's about giving it a chance, considering it, and giving it your all. Because the sun is coming up here to saying that there is a path to happiness, perhaps. It's just that you may not see it right now because it's just crazy boring. It's crazy slow. It's not moving in a direction in which you feel like it should be moving in. It doesn't mean it shouldn't be slow. Perhaps it's something that you may need to see and get to know about the person that you're seeing, right? The person that you're dealing with. Or maybe this is, you know, there's something more to the individual that you're dealing with. All in all, or maybe something that you may need to discover about yourself that you may find that's valuable about you within this connection. It has nothing to do with the other person whatsoever. Either way, the path is up to you. The path is yours to take. It may take some time, but don't discount it completely because it's going slow. Or you can, right? It's totally up to you. I think that's why judgment is coming up. Either you could take it or you can leave it. It's totally 100% up to you. I do not want to tell you what to do or how to live your life. If this is just too slow for you and you just can't take it anymore, then I agree. I can understand that. Mars is in your 12th house too. I was just talking to Capricorn about, or actually talking to Sagittarius about Jupiter being in their 12th house, and you've got Mars there. If you just don't know if things are moving in any sort of direction, because things in Aquarius move fast. Look at that. Free yourself. And it says it's time to take back control of your life. Now that's the truth. take back control of your life. The judgment card is here to tell you that. Now, for some of you all, this could mean that this is time to take back control of what you can do in your relationship, and not necessarily, you know, feel like you're giving up on a situation. If you can't give anymore, then don't. But if you feel like there's great potential here, which I do feel that way, and I mean, if you don't feel any potential, then you do, right? You take control of your life. Time to just say, you know what, sayonara. And for some of you guys, this could be that you guys just feel like there is an end to the relationship, but there's nothing more you can do. And that's okay too. Co-create. I like that. Co-create's coming up, guys, as your wisdom of the oracle. Free yourself is from the romance angels. And the look at that, pieces underneath the wisdom of the oracle as well. And it's talking about a time of just, you know, finding peace in a situation that feels very kind of crazy. You know, just like peace is within. It's found within, not externally. But the co-create is it's very interesting, because the Four of Cups is not a very peaceful energy. It's stagnant. Stagnancy, I guess peacefulness, it can be very stagnant, but it's all about making something happen that really can bring you the peace that you're looking for. But the co-create card is talking about creating something, building something. It's very similar to the to the Empress card. This is your, you know, you are a co-creator, which means that you are the manifestor, the creator, the artiste of your life, of your destiny. And if you don't like in the direction that it's going, or you prefer to have something different, or if all in all this is the direction that you're trying to go into, it's just slow, you can make it happen. It may take some work though. As is seen here with the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, it may take some work, but that doesn't mean it can't have it, and it doesn't mean it won't ever happen. It just may take some time. And with the Two of Pentacles coming up here, is saying to take, to balance things out, kind of weigh the options at the moment, but more so maintain balance and responsibilities on your own part, and maybe consult how you feel about the situation rather than the progress that it's made. You know what I mean? And at the same time, that will help you make the decision whether or not this is something for you or not, or there may need to be some new stipulations or some boundaries that you may need to be put in place for yourself or for the relationship, for you to feel like something that you will want to continue to be involved in. Of course, if it's unreasonable that you're being regarding the slowness, or there's someone around you that's pestering you to hurry up, you have to move in the pace that you feel comfortable, and so does the other person. And if you guys don't match, there is always time and energy around you guys to communicate this. But seeing eye to eye or trying to force a situation may not work, and that doesn't keep you from getting the happiness that you want. It just may be that there may be other ways of getting that. And you don't have to limit that. That's why Free Yourself is here. Don't limit yourself from creating things that you may want if this person around you can't deliver, or the situation itself is just, if the situation itself is perfect, it just may take longer.